Hi, paraprofessionals. If you are getting this, it is probably your very first snow day. So, congrats. Welcome to making it to the winter. And hopefully, you are excited for a day of learning in your pajamas. All right, guys, it is actually November 7th, and I'm doing this quickly in the evening. So we make sure we have it ready for you. So if you look at my calendar or my computer and wonder what's going on, that's why. This year, when we really prepare for e-learning days, we're wanting to make sure that we are covering competencies that Minnesota has deemed important for paraprofessionals, and we're letting you do it as what works for you. Okay. So, Minnesota, you're going to have this landing page here, and Minnesota has this core instructional competencies for paraprofessionals that we have discovered. It has some really good things, and it kind of talks in order just about some qualities and some experiences and training that they want to make sure that our paraprofessionals are able to do. So there's some general information, and then it kind of goes into just a variety of topics from philosophy, characteristics of students, assessment, instruction, supporting teachers, managing behavior, communication and partnerships, professionalism and ethical practices, and then academic instruction in math, reading, and writing. So it talks about what things a paraprofessional should be able to do in those areas. We want to make sure we're providing training in those areas. So the landing page that we have right here, that first click is on what are the competencies, okay? The second link is actually a form that you'll complete once you do a training. You'll put your information in as far as your name, the date, and you'll choose what competencies your training has covered. And it might cover multiple at one time. So you might say, yep, I have an understanding of the purposes and goals of education from that. I know the awareness and effects of exceptional students. I clicked these before, so they're already up. But you can see I clicked a variety of them at the bottom. I would write in how long it took me. I'm getting down to the bottom of the competencies. If it's 57 minutes, you're going to say 1 hour. You can, uh, and then the length of time spent in the online classroom, the length of time spent in online training resources. So if you were in an online classroom, that'd be like a video training resources, might be like an article or something like that. Okay. And then you'd hit submit and go to Google Forms and helps us track. Okay. So as you go back, so you see that. So I'm just sharing with you, this is that landing page again, the core competencies, and then how you track the competencies. Now comes up for the training. So what we have here are just really some ideas on Infinitec, okay? So Infinitec is kind of a repository of videos and things for special education and some ideas that we have that might be helpful. You might work with a student with ADHD, but you might work with a student with ASD, autism, and so you might want to know more about that. So not everything on this page is what might support you best, and you can move around Infinitec and see what things there are available. But here are some that we suggest that might be helpful. Learning about bullying or concussion awareness, conflict resolution is probably one that is good to visit regularly. So you click on, you can see, I'm going to go back to that. On the left is the conflict resolution, the link to get you to Infinitec. On the right describes what's happening in that video and what is going on, what you're going to learn about, okay? So conflict resolution, I click on. Once you're logged into Infinitec, it will bring you right to the screen. You hit play, and at the end of it, so you can see it's about 18 minutes long. And at the end of it, you can take a quiz and then save or print off your certificate from it, and then that will go actually to Jessica in the district office. It can get to Jessica in the district office via your school administrator. So just print it, put it in your administrator's box so they have it, and then they'll send that off to Jessica. So it's in your file that you completed that training. So we're tracking, like I said, a couple of ways. So you would track both online on the form and then also with the completion of any modules that have a quiz at the end. You'll notice on this form where we have Infinitec videos, you will notice that at the bottom, it's not just Infinitec, it's a lot of pages of Infinitec, but there's also some trauma information, some conscious discipline, using visuals, some preschool things like that. This will be a repository that will continue to evolve for us at Minnewaska. So as we find trainings or we learn about things, we'll continue to add to it. So it might not have just all the pieces in here. You might find other things that that we're not here now that might be there later for you. Okay. I would tell you again in Infinitec, these are not the only things in Infinitec that you could train on. You could say, I have a student with autism, I need to know more about that. I have a nonverbal student, I want to know about their communication device. There's a variety of ways that you can look on Infinitec, and if you have any questions, you could always reach out to me or to your building supervisor or case manager. They might also have some information for you. Okay. So again, it's a snow day today if you got this. So I hope you are planning to use your time here. We know that your school days are longer than 5 hours, but we're going to anticipate that since everybody's paid for this day, that you're going to spend about 5 hours doing some trainings and working on some things. All right. If you have any questions today or through the winter, things like that, please reach out and let me know. Or if you find videos that you say, God, this was really good, and I want my colleagues to learn more about it, please let me know. You can also reach out to your building administrator as well. They have this information too. All right. Have a great day, guys.